Come back, CJ.
Just supporting my guys, just a lot of great relationships I have here still, so, just appreciate my brothers for supporting me last year, and I just wanted to return the favor, and, show them some love, and I think everybody did a good job today, so I'm proud of them.
How special is it for you just when you step back in this building?
It's tremendously special, I've built a lot of, great relationships here that I'll cherish for the rest of my life, man, and I remember coming here, somebody told me, it's not a 4-year decision, it's a 40-year decision, and I feel like for the next however long God allows me to be on earth, man, I definitely know that this is a second home to me, and I'm proud enough to be able to come back and still get love, and I really do appreciate everybody for watching me now that I'm in the NFL and things like that. But I definitely, Columbus has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, this time a year ago, you had one of the great workouts we've seen here throwing the football. Does it seem like it's been a year?
Nah, man, it feels like
it's
flown by. It's full 360. I remember walking through the halls and playing here and wanted to get on the wall so bad of this. That was really the goals of being a first rounder, being up front, being in the NFL honors where they put those guys, being where all the draft picks were at, and now that I'm walking through the halls and I see myself up there, it's kind of cool. So, just a lot of great people poured into me, Coach Mick, Coach Day, Coach Fitch, Coach Dennis, just a lot of great people, man. So it's a blessing to be able to come back.
Will and Devin had the chance to throw today. How valuable is it for them and how they look?
They look great, and it's great. I had the opportunity to throw to Christian Garrett, and it's good to kind of feel the pressure, quote unquote, of pro day early. So whenever they get their opportunity to do theirs, I think they'll do a great job just knowing that they have experience doing it. So I thought they did an amazing job.
Did you envision when you were here a year ago that you would accomplish everything you did as a rookie?
I wouldn't say yes or no. Coach Day used to always tell me before games, don't have any expectations, just go out there and go 1-0 every play, every drive, every game, and just try to win that play. And it's kind of how I approach the league. And of course, I had a goal in mind of playing well, but I couldn't tell you that I was going to do everything I did or didn't do things that I wanted to do. I kind of just really wanted to, put a good foundation on what Houston Texans football was. And of course, I had great coaches and teammates up there to help with that. D'Amico is a great head coach and had a lot to do with it, and Bobby as well. So, it's been amazing. But I couldn't just say, I had a year like I had just last year around this time.
What are your expectations for Marvin as he gets ready to go on this journey?
I think Marvin, I was telling somebody earlier, he's NFL ready. If you were building, everybody talk about this prototype guy, but a lot of prototype guys don't have a work ethic like he does. So that'll take him as far as he wants to go. So I'm just excited to see just him blossom as a man. He's always kind of been a sheltered person, but his personality is definitely picked up. And he's a great talent, but he's even a better person. So I'm super excited for him and his family. And he has a lot of great football to be played, and I'm really just proud of him, man. All the work I've seen him put in is just super inspiring.
CJ, when did it strike you this past season? Because when you make that jump from high school to college to the pros, you wonder, hey, is my game maybe not whether my game's good enough, but how will I compete? When did it strike you that you were worthy, so to speak, and then some? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's like playing up,
Yeah, I've played up my whole life. I've always played above my age, and kind of that's how I felt coming into the league of you're with grown men, you have a lot of expectations being the second pick, So for me, I probably honestly OTAs, man. I started making plays, and then we hit training camp, and I started making more plays, and it started becoming slower and slower. And then we played our preseason game against New England, and everybody thought I was terrible, which is something that I'm not used to. Even playing here, when we played Minnesota that first game, everybody thought I was ass. But proved them wrong, just like I proved the other people wrong from the Patriots game. So, it's just when you're young, you make mistakes. That just kind of comes with the territory. And honestly, coming to the league, you have to understand that those guys make plays too. Sometimes you might throw a perfect pass, but it just gets intercepted because those guys are just as good as you are. Yeah. So for me, the way I try to separate myself was just film study and being myself. Everything that got me to the point where I was at, I just kept doing and just kept going, never looked back, never put my head down. I think that was a big thing for me.
What did it mean to not just perform but to win?
To win, man, it's hard in the league, man. Every game counts because you only get 17 of them, and especially like those early games, you want to get on a roll and start building wins, and that's something that we did, man. We got a good feel for each other. Didn't start off good, but somehow how you start's how you finish. So, man, a lot of games come down to the fourth quarter, and it's really like some fans get mad at me because I take a check down or I throw it out of bounds. But you have to play field position. Like, field position is super important in the NFL because you're not going to score every drive. It's just not possible. So, just playing that game in between the game is very smart to get those wins.
You mentioned how your college career was and how it started kind of slow, and it felt like that Rutgers game was that moment for you here where people got to see what you were really about here. Was there a game like that in the NFL for you last year? I would say like the Colts-Jaguars game, like week 2, week 3. I feel like I played good against the Colts, and then going to week 3 against the Jags, I had a really good game with my teammates. We had a complete 3-phase football game with special teams, defense, and offense all fitting together. And, and it was special, man. And after that, we were like, looked at each other in the locker room, and then we beat the Steelers. I think we ended up we lost to Atlanta, and then we came back and beat the Saints, and we were 3-3 at bye. And then just kept rolling from there, So that was about the point where I was like, okay, like starting to slow down for me.
What's your advice to Will Howard and Devin Brown, who you're locked in a battle? You were in a battle, so to speak, before. About this place,
Yeah, I mean, be a good teammate. Do it for everybody in the room. I think something that like me, Jack, and Quinn. Shout out Mike Hall, man. Light bright shirt. What up with your tennis ball? But nah. One thing that me and Jack and Quinn and Kyle, we all had really good relationships off the field. And we all really wanted to see each other do well. It wasn't like, of course, like everybody wanted to play and everybody wanted to start, but like it wasn't out of ill will, It wasn't like we were trying to like cut each other in line or just be weird, It was really, everything was natural, and I think that's the reason why, we've all had some successes, you know what I'm saying? And I think for those guys, like just doing it for the right reasons, and just, listening to the coaching, and it's not gonna be easy, like one point in your career at Ohio State, people are gonna hate you and they're gonna talk crazy, but it's all to prepare you for what's to come next.
What did you think of the way Kyle played last year, and then just what are your thoughts on like how that ended with him leaving?
Yeah, I think Kyle held his own. I think Kyle definitely came in and did a good job of spreading the ball around. I know Marv got a lot of extra care, a lot of cloud coverage and like that. People pushing the coverage towards him. So I thought he did a good job of giving it to Cade, giving it to Mac when he was in, and I think Coach Day did a good job of trying to spread it around. Run game got going a little bit towards the back end, and of course, everything come down to the game, man. And even for me, like you look back and you just miss plays, man. So I think he'll look at his career here, and he'll be very appreciative of it. I think he did a solid job, and I'm super proud of him. He'll always be my brother.
Were you shocked that he decided to leave?
Yeah, a little bit, man. I wasn't in contact with him, and I've seen what happened. He hit the portal, and I hit him up, and we had a couple conversations, and everything made sense of what he was thinking. And sometimes, man, just you outgrow places. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was his thing. He just outgrew what was going on here, and wanted to go see other things. And sometimes like that's what you need to do. That's God's plan for his life.
CJ, what's one thing? You proved this year, and you proved it last year with the Texans. Fourth quarter, some guys have it and some guys don't. You understand what I'm saying from a poise standpoint and stuff. Did that stand out to you as much as anything else that you were prepared for those moments?
Yeah, man.
What is different in those moments?
I mean, you got to be able to, slow the game down. I think that comes from his preparation. Coach Day was really hard on me early on about prepping the right way. He taught me how to prepare like a pro, and I use those skills that I learned with him now. And when those, like, clutch moments happen or things like that, like, honestly, those are probably, like, my most calm moments just because I know I put the work in, and there's really nothing to worry about. Like, the worst thing that can happen is we just don't win. And, of course, that sucks, but it's like you got to be able to learn from that. So I don't think every L, I always say this, every L isn't a loss until you learn from it, So a lot of those moments, man, it's like, man, if I throw a pick here, okay. If I throw a touchdown, I'm the hero. So you're the hero of the zero, For me, I'm okay with living with that because that's what I signed up for. So, those moments, I try to stay as calm as possible, just breathe, pray, and understand, man. If I really did put in the work like I said I did, then it'll come everything will happen the way it should.
CJ, what's